So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Oh! First off, it seems like your brother is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to him. Still, we don't know for sure if he's the highest. Also, your brother said that he wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be he wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying, and Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster, and now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your brother said that Dane is his enemy. But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with... Also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother, it turns out he's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move. If your brother wants you to reach the end of your... Come on, traveler. Let's go. I'll catch up. I must leave no stone unturned. Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? He said and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will... Although, where should we... Oh, you mean the god that... You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, Yeah. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archon. Paimon doesn't think... Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! She's from Inazuma. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get...
Oh, so that's why you're here.
Great! We came to...
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on after I'd escaped their clutches. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over.
What a horrible journey!
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, one of the obligations of the Meanwhile, the Tenryou, it doesn't feel good to speak. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go... and even if you did manage...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, That's not what I meant. Voyaging far and wide...
You're right! But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
The Alcor is the flagship...
Then there's no time to...
As calm as always.
Time to set sail!
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake. tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero...
I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even... The Crux Clash is a There are two important rules. One, so, you've got nothing to work. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. And with Lewis...
But we didn't come...
Well, before you dismiss the idea, get this.
It's supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs...
Is there really such thing as a masterless...
When a vision bearer... As for whether...
Yep. And organizing the... So, if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? In that case, if you win the
You just want her to take part...
What's wrong?
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this.
Great. Then
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Hello?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Free...
Also, that doesn't sound like...
What? You... Nonsense! Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skin. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade... I told you. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course.
Uh-huh. But for us, Alright.
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top student.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded. He's got to be a grand to the Lingshan clan.
Force disperse.
It's a type of breathing exercise. For example, our
One time, he sent a challenger fly.
It sure is, but it's extremely.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you...
But here we are. Recently, though, we heard that.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
Well, we have to try.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found.
So you're also here?
You better believe it. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and in most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric. I seem to have gained another fan. Don't let my aura. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
Chinksa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the club?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. It's just a formality for you, of course, but so far I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, also don't forget.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champ.
I wonder if it's too.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this. Right, you're just a great hero such as.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto. Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. I can hardly believe it myself. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule, and even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstanding. In any case, looking at the competition, all right, it's
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing. So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the so come on.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone's... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level, so I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy...
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't... Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. We're finally here, folks. The real
The captain your opponent has fought many rounds to get... You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well.
All right, that's enough chit.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the I do not doubt your abilities, but...
Relax! My girl's at the top of her game!
Don't worry. Take...
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. It's a fury! I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance. But mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against Vision Bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's miss. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I've no... Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that... Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining.
Oh, alright.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commend. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw.
He's right. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily... As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. Given your talents...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the...
Gathering intelligence is an essential part. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to...
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon... However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the element, and not to mention your incredible...
hey, stop evaluating us based on our...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy?
It's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then.
Blade. Steady as stone. Go as one. Grow. This may hurt a little. As a good knight should. Leave it all to me. Yep. Make yourselves a home. Committed to prepare to be blown away.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponent. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak, please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between vision...
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to... My apologies. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to as you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for grant, not to mention, with no...
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. she will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well.
Why isn't he here? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the We've seen many exciting battles today. Now, I'd like to introduce... She strikes fear into the...
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round... As for our other combat...
Oh, come on, what could...
Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he...
Wait a moment. Something to... Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken exact.
No need to worry. Even the... The culprit has only acted recently. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it...
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to offer...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the...
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
That prize grow! Jump! Ha! Ha!
Barbados, guide us.
No escape!
Committed to memory!
Prepare.
Be gone! Let's make her a little. Lowest one!
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Grow! Sharing my knowledge!
I got careless.
Twin blade!
I swear by my sword.
Prepare to be blown away! Go as one!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you...
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision! Or if I could...
This has nothing to do with visions. Additionally, you're chosen... In other words, you... But most disappointing of it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent?
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then, after watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still... After all I went through to get it? I think not! I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine.
You know, according to the laws of the...
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole... It seems that it would be only fair...
Whoa! We don't need to go that far!
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Minute to memory. Windblade. Grow, grow, grow. Be gone. Go and splat.
No! No! Do what you want!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms. Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asked? It's up to you.
No, no. No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision after seeing you command Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision didn't seem to...
I see. So you are... No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision...
Yeah, what's the story behind...
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the Crux clash, Captain Beto was muttering. But still, Captain...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut
Huh? So that's what... If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here...
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless...
Hold on a second. You're saying she...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spear, suffice it to say that if you wish... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements. Now that I think about it,
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor.
Seems Beidou is the captain of...
Of course. There are many things.
so you'll be heading off then? I said, whether the journey before until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Just following orders.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
I wonder what's going on up there.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else... Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on... We set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The
Anchors, away!
Oh, hi there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is...
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the storm...
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say...
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going... If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted...
Oh, right! Kazuha!
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto! Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits? My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on...
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You're under the jurisdiction of the Kanjo Commission.
Ores and jewelry from Leeway. You can't find a better deal anywhere else. You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
$2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency,
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that oversee, that's how the internet—
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun? Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer is better connected than we...
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it could be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instance, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, recently things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so the head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I shall bless you now 10% off.
Oh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree. No. What's really those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will We've tried communicating with the Commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, are you—
Got it! We're on the case!
Which one should I choose? Should I close
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price it—
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't—
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
I'm the only lifeline they've got.
That was quick. You resolved it—
Actually, we're having a little
No? Well, by all means. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only— Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
saying he used to be a member of the internet?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer!
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's...
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor! I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Leah. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this hang?
Well, no one's stopping you.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going...
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of evidence. You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you...
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Which one should I choose?
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Should I close early? Which one should I choose? It's not like I'll get any customers. Sorry.
Ryoko.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Now, who else is...
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Which one should I choose? Should I close early?
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Oliver Freedom. Should I close early? Which one should I choose? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work. Which one should I choose?
Should I close early?
Now, who else is behind?
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's...
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we...
I'll...
Huh? You...
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone...
Huh? Is this true? You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us—
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand?
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name! You Outlanders have no respect for the rules! Seize the merchants! We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters!
Uh-oh. This is...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
Ha! You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission. Shh. Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory.
However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. She's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma, what was all...
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity as... So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery, but the main thing was I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all. Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Carnation blessing now 10% off.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kind
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far.
Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the con? Guess it can't hurt to try. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest...
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespass.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the Come on in. Let's...
Did you get up?
My sincere apologies.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
Nice to meet. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly!
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor.
Whoa, you heard about that too? Yep. Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly aw- One other thing I heard-
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. You must know the Qingshin. A flower grows on the mountaintops.
Yep, we've picked a few of...
Yes, bring me 300 Qingshin, would you?
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much Then how about this? We have a few items.
That sounds much...
709 letters to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me...
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
Halt, you two!
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are there is... Of course, in doing so, I will also, to be perfectly honest...
Yeah,
I secretly... They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on We don't have much... Very well. I'll... Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct.
Is there something wrong, Lady here?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with—
Please, do not cause us any further delay.
Yes, of course.
Now, need I Do you really
Boy, just...
Yes.
Shinojo!
Well, the request is from—
Yes, but that's not—
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdle—
Yes, my lady.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Wind, hear me!
Have a little taste. Freeze.
Go as one! This may turn a little.
Leave it all to me.
Growl, growl, growl!
That tingle. Freeze.
Go as one!
That tingle. That tingle. Freeze.
As a dutiful maid would.
Another test subject. Test subject.
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack! Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs!
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Feel more!
Windblade!
That was
This may turn a little. Go as one!
That was below par.
I swear by my sword!
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiraki, stay close!
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
My way!
Fall before me!
Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory.
Sit over! Keep
This may turn a little. Windblade!
You're open!
I must leave no stone unturned.
I'm ready! I'm ready!
Please stay indoors until the storm passes. I will deal with any urgent...
Be gone!
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
My lady?
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it.
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
We're finally on our own way again! I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
I wish it could be like this all the time.
Rain won't slow me down. This weather is perfect. We should move out.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're at the...
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House.
Well, that sounds more like...
What kind of tea is this?
Well, now that we're...
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
We really run out of exciting cases.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Or Paimon's...
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt degree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent vision hunt, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound?
Yeah, you touched the statue.
Aspirations? Have you heard it before? That when a person says that is where visions come from. In other words, so if what you then the ambitions of these people. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.